The Hail Mary
You
video.
guys-
You can go to my. I'll
Hail-
send you.
What, really quickly, what's it about? Hail Mary video?
He admitted admitted that he made other girl pregnant. And
His wife?
No. The
Another
other
girl.
girl. Yeah. And then
Well, I'm not surprised if
that-
he's, sleeping with women.
Then
and
he lied
blasting
to the
inside
girl
them.
that we're gonna have
It
kids
happens.
later. Then took her to the McDonald's, sat her down, never talked to her again. Like told her to get an abortion, never talked to her again.
Okay.
But what do those instances actually have to do with the two of you? Like,
that just
if
shows-
Walter had impregnated half of the United States, I don't actually understand how that's pertinent to your particular situation.
It does.
With him.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If your wife or your ex-girlfriend, any woman that you were in a relationship with, if she was pregnant with every guy she dated, does that make you considering still dating her? You would
no,
absolutely
No, I wouldn't still date her. No.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
Yeah, but nobody's really questioning whether or not you broke up with the guy based on the fact that he's out humping a bunch of other women. Nobody's questioning. That's not what's in question
What
here.
do you question about then?
Yeah, so I'll tell you what the question is. So when you're talking about inside of your religious faith of Buddhism takes a neutral stance on abortion, as you know. But you clearly told Fresh inside of that phone call that it's against your religion to terminate this pregnancy. Mm-hmm. Does that make it murder that you terminated the pregnancy?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. So if he's not a murderer and you're not a murderer, I don't actually hang on. I don't actually understand what the problem is. As what could he have coerced you to do? He didn't coerce you to murder because you're not a murderer and he's not a murderer by your own logic, right?
Well, there is some behavior that she done that made me decide to have the abortion.
What was that?
Yeah, but even if all of the behavior, even if he did coerce you, let's just say hypothetically he did coerce you to have an abortion. Hang on, I'm almost done.
Yeah.
Even if he did hypothetically coerce you to have an abortion, if it isn't murder, then isn't that like coercing you to pick up a rake in the yard? I mean, what is the actual problem?
The actual problem is I lost the baby that I was
but you don't consider it a person.
I supposed to have it with Walter, and he doesn't want it.
Yeah, but why would that be a problem if it's not a person? If you don't believe that it's murder to terminate the pregnancy, you don't believe he's a murderer, you don't believe you're a murderer, then what's the actual problem? It's just like picking a rake up in the yard, right?
I think you're just playing the language game. I've seen your show before. There's no way I can beat you. I'm just not going to argue with this. I think women in here, they won't understand me.
Well, I'll ask some more questions.
I don't want to argue with you because I know I can't.
And well, I'm not trying to argue. I'm really just genuinely curious.
You're just like into this details and so sophisticated, trying to catch me something or twist my word. But people understand me.
No, I'm really not. I'm just trying to understand.
You're a very smart guy. I'm not trying to here to defend on me. I know that I've made mistake by dating this guy. I didn't know that who he is, and also I brought the baby. Yes, but I believe this is the best choice because I don't want a father.
No,
I don't want
understand
my baby
all
father
that.
like that.
I understand all that.
Yeah.
I'm not even playing a gotcha. I'm just telling you that if you're saying that it's not murder to abort the child, but you're saying he coerced you into aborting it, I still then don't even understand what exactly he coerced you into doing, which was bad, because there's no murder. There's no what's the actual problem? I don't get it.
Coercion.
Yeah, but the abortion, you consider it not to be a murder.
If it's a murder, it's not me. I'm not a murderer. It's Walter.
Well, how could he be a murderer if you don't consider it murder to abort?
Because he harassed me, internet harassed me, and he caused me emotional damage and all that.
Yeah, no, I get that, but how could it actually be murder if you don't consider it to be murder if you abort? I
didn't say I don't consider it's a murder. I said
okay, so you do consider it murder, so you're a murderer?
I'm not saying. I said it's a coercion.
A coercion to do what, though? It's not a coercion to do anything bad if it's not a murder.
I don't understand. What are you talking about?
Well, if you terminate a pregnancy, it's not murder, right?
Yeah, it's not.
It's not. So
Yeah.
then even if he coerced you to terminate the pregnancy,
Yeah.
what is the actual problem? Because you didn't it's like picking up a rake in the yard, right? It's like putting dishes away. It's if it's not murder,
you, yes, it's
then what
putting
did he
dishes away.
coerce you to do that was actually bad? I don't get it.
For you, it's putting a dish away because you're not in my position. You wouldn't understand how I feel when I actually carried a baby. It was a baby, a dot in my belly, and I had to end it.
Yeah, but it's not murder, right?
It's not
So why
murder,
does it
but
bother-
it's,
so why
it's
does it
also
bother you
not
then?
something we should encourage people to do.
Yeah, why not though? It's not a problem. It's not murder.
It's just something she didn't want to do, and that's
Andrew, if you don't mind, I'll
principle.
come.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
No problem.
I'll
So
I'll
are you
finish up.
encouraging people to have abortion? Is that what you're saying?
Go ahead, Andrew.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't because I consider it murder, but you don't consider it murder. So if you don't consider it murder,
Private chat.
why would it be a problem if people went and had abortion? I don't understand. That makes no sense.
You don't understand the consequence for women to get an abortion, the health damage, and all the other stuff emotionally. So you just don't understand because you're
Well, I
not a
mean,
woman. You're not a woman.
But that's why I was perhaps hoping that you could explain it to me. That if you don't,
I just did. I just did explain to you. I think people understand what I meant.
so that he coerced you to damage your health.
Yes.
Okay, by asking you to have
It's
this
like
abortion.
he knows it's a he gave me a food that's poison that he knows it's gonna like make me sick, and he still give it to me.
He gave you what?
I'm just trying to make an
I think
example.
An analogy. You're
Okay,
using
an analogy. I see.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
He didn't
the
give
thing
her-
is that if Walter doesn't consider an abortion murder, and you don't consider an abortion murder, I don't even really understand what the problem is here. A consequence of sex is pregnancy, and if neither of you consider abortion murder, he doesn't and you don't, then I don't actually understand what you're upset about, to be honest with you.
I think like her issue is like she wanted somebody to go through it with her, and I don't know why somebody 4 months is really short, but that's I'm not judging her for that.
But does that make any sense to you? If I ask you, for instance, if you got pregnant and neither one of you consider it to be a murder or in any way, shape, or form immoral to do an abortion,
I do consider it's a murder.
well, then that would make you a murderer, ma'am.
No, I didn't make the decision because I wanted to. It's because
Well, you said he forced you.
Did
Right.
he go with you and do it, or
no, he didn't.
So
But
if you
he
don't
did-
consider
he did
yourself a
all of
murderer,
that.
then you can't consider having an abortion murder.
So you're saying that's okay? It's okay for he to do that?
Well, not from my worldview. I think it's
Is
awful.
that okay?
But,
Is that okay to
but
get
from your
impregnate a
worldview,
woman
you
and
said
ask
it
her to
is.
get abortion, like taking a pregnancy, like taking a Plan B pill? Is that okay?
From my worldview, no. But from your worldview, you just said it's fine. You just said from your perspective,
No,
from the Buddhist
I didn't say
perspective.
that's okay. I said it's not okay. That's why I'm upset.
So is it murder?
See, you keep playing this question. You keep playing this.
Well, I mean,
You know,
it's because I don't understand. If it's not, if you didn't take a human life, then why is it actually a problem?
That is a human life. I was pregnant.
Then that would be a murder, wouldn't it?
I didn't say
And
it's
if
not
it is
a
a
murder.
murder, then that would make you a murderer, wouldn't it?
Not me. I didn't because I didn't want to.
Is
Well,
fresh?
did he swallow the
it's-
pill for you, or?
Wait, so are you saying that fresh is the murderer?
Yes.
because he wanted to do it? and
Because he wanted to do it. You guys heard the voice message. He pushed me to do it. He
Okay.
never showed up.
Did you just not want to be a single mother?
Andrew, I'll
and you
ask
didn't
a
just wanna
couple
have the baby?
questions.
I didn't want to be a single mother. I didn't want my baby daddy to be like someone like that.
But no matter what, you still had the decision to either take the pill or not take the pill, right?
Yeah.
So it just seems like you're putting all of the accountability on him. I think that's what we were trying to say.
Well, I didn't. Well, definitely not. That's not what I meant.
Let's get back to the video though. So you did have this video called "We Are the Victims." Nick, if you can just pull it up real quick, We Are the Victims. There it is. That's a nice penthouse apartment, by the way. Is that
Airbnb.
Airbnb?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. And you guys, it's a fairly long one. I actually watched it, and I have a couple notes here with timestamps. If needed, I'll pull up the actual point of time corresponding to some of my questions I had. So starting with Daisy, you said at 13 minutes in, when it comes to abortion and pregnancy, you consider it as you actually have a life in your belly. Okay. At 18:30 in that video, you said one of the reasons you got the abortion, or perhaps women can get abortions, is you feel it carrying a baby, you feel pain, bleeding.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you said that perhaps one of the reasons women will get abortions is for health issues? Like they might get it for health issues? Was that one of the reasons that you decided, or that wasn't related?
Decide what? Not to keep the baby?
Yeah, you said some women might choose to get an abortion because they face potential health issues if they continued with the pregnancy.
I was very depressed. That was not the only reason. It's just everything put together.
Okay. But you didn't have any health issues, though?
I was mentally.
Okay.
I mentally caused physically.
All right.
So.
Now, at 29:30, Nick, could you actually skip to 29:30? And we'll actually play from 29:30. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it's just fucked up.
Let me know when you have it, okay? Shit, hold on. One of my chats. Let me actually read this chat really quick. Throwing a wrench into the mix. Happy Mother's Day. Have your parents told you about how they met? If so, how? Which parent was more of a... I'll have to come back to this. Oh, wait. Did it not trigger? Wait. Oh, shit. Fuck. That's weird. I don't know why it's not triggering. One sec.
Well, didn't you turn it off for a second?
Oh, I did pause it. Okay. All the TTSs are shit. They're just a reminder, guys. TTSs and chats, we're just going to pause it just to kind of get through some of this stuff, and then I'll open it back up in a little bit. Okay. So, Nick, have it? Go ahead.
Like, we're here to take you down.
You can pause it. What do you mean by you're here to take him down? Like, is that your goal? You want to take Walter down?
Yes,
Why?
because you hurt me.
Okay, maybe that, like, let's just say that, take your word for it, and that he did hurt you. I don't doubt you there. Do you think it's, like, do you see yourself just moving on from this?
What do you mean?
Like, y'all could just drop it. Just move on with your lives.
I did. That's why I chose, in the end, to take the bill. Cause
No, I don't mean that. I mean just like this ongoing conflict with them.
Should I move on, you mean?
No, I mean, have you
I
considered that?
Yes, I am moving on with my life, and
But you said you're pursuing a lawsuit against him.
Yes, he still need to get what he deserves.
And to be clear, you're doing a defamation lawsuit,
yeah.
and then also it's a coercion. It's intentional. I believe it's, well, I don't know what you're specifically going for, but intentional infliction of emotional distress, something like that.
Yeah, and he could have bring me a serious STD.
But he didn't. So what are your damages?
Yeah, damages.
I don't think you can sue somebody for what they could have potentially done to you.
Yeah.
So
but
he didn't give you an STD?
He did.
Oh.
Oh, I'm fine right now. He gave me ultra infection.
Oh, what?
A what?
A UTI.
UTI.
Oh, well, you can, hold on, but
But you can get
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can
so-
get it.
yeah,
holding in
UTI is
your
not
pee
from-
too long. Like,
I don't think a
Yeah,
UTI isn't necessarily sexual.
Okay, fine then.
But so you intend to
Let's
sue
say
him? You intend to sue him for a
I am
UTI?
not. No, not just this.
Okay. Well, no, I know there's other things, but
Yeah.
I'm asking why you are planning to sue him. But
Why shouldn't I? Like they are defaming me, and putting slander on me. Why shouldn't I? Like, everybody's calling me.
Who's they? Like them? Like,
His partner, Myron. So,
What's the main thing that they're accusing you of that you find defamatory?
they call me an professional escort.
An escort, okay.
Yeah,
and you don't have
they
have
call-
no history of
No.
escorting.
No.
Okay.
They
Because they
also-
did release a video, which
I already.
that's not you though,
Yeah,
correct? Okay.
I addressed that already,
Sure.
which is also why I'm working with my lawyer.
Okay.
And they ruined my reputation, and I lost a lot.
You have damages.
Yes,
Okay.
and they also called me a thief, which I am not. I've never steal from anybody.
You're filing this lawsuit in New York, is that correct?
I think so, yeah, because my lawyers are in New York.
Did you do any venue shopping? Because New York actually has fairly strong. It's a good state, is my understanding, to be a plaintiff in a defamation case. When it comes to being, like, if you're in New York, I think.
What do you mean? You're saying that's difficult to do it?
No, I'm saying that's probably one of the best states if you're a plaintiff in a defamation case.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious why you didn't, given that he lives in Florida, you were in Florida when.
I don't know any lawyer in Florida.
It just seems like venue shopping a little bit. Like you chose the best state to file a defamation
I don't know. I was
lawsuit
in New
but-
York when I deal with.
Or you haven't
everything.
filed it yet, correct?
Not yet.
But
I'll still give it a
100
shot. Yeah.
But 100% you are intending.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll try to get through all this. So, because I know Andrew's got a bunch of questions, so I'll try to get through this as quick as I can. Okay. You said at 38 minutes that you hid the time that you had your abortion. So there was a period of time while there was this like kind of, it was going viral on the internet.
Yeah. I
That
I didn't hide it.
No, but you said said you hid your abortion.
There's difference between secret and lie. I did not lie. I just didn't tell anybody. I got it down. I didn't tell anybody on public until when I was drinking a glass of wine in Miami, and they called me out. They were like, "You're pregnant." I still didn't want to explain.
Right, didn't you make a post where you were like, oh, it's okay to drink a little bit even if you're pregnant?
Yeah,
but at that time you weren't even pregnant
yes,
at all.
I was just trying to educate these people. Like, it's okay to have one glass of wine.
Well, at that
Only
point you were
one
still,
glass.
but at that point were you still intending to carry on as if you, at least publicly, that you were still pregnant?
I was gonna tell them anyway.
Okay.
So I scheduled the podcast with, the show with
Okay.
Duke the Down. So I was gonna tell them like later on, but I just wanted my
Right.
vacation, like a little vacation.
Nick, could you go to 5425? Let me know when you have it in the video. And just a reminder, guys, we are taking a pause on all the chats and the TTSs just while we get through the segment. Go ahead, Nick.
Like until I take you guys down, like I'm not gonna shut up.
Okay.
Like Tree told me to shut up.
You can pause. I'm just like, so what? I think I might have already asked this, but what prompted you to decide to, like, leak all this, go public?
That's my revenge. To be honest, he hurt me. I want to hurt him. That's all.
I'm just curious though, like, because I mean,
Wait, did you say revenge?
Yes.
That you did this out of revenge?
Everybody
to hurt him?
knows. Everybody knows. They didn't like the fact I leaked the message. Nobody agreed with this, but I still do it. I'm not regretting it. It's because when somebody tried to hurt me, and actually they did, and they don't think about the consequence after. And am I letting them just move on like that? Like, they're never gonna learn a lesson if they don't. If I didn't do anything actually that's gonna damage them. So you can go ahead and judge me for being, whatever.
I'm not
you're
judging you, I'm
saying.
just saying,
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying the public.
yeah.
Like, I really
Yeah, I
didn't
understand.
mind. Like, they can.
But the motivation,
They can hate
you
me.
think that the primary motivation that you had was vengeance? You wanted to kind of hit back.
First, revenge, because he hurt me, so I want to hurt him. Second, because I wanted to warn other women as well, because there is a lot of message that I've been getting that.
when you say he hurt you, what precisely did he do? He broke up with you?
No, he made me pregnant, and he didn't want to take the accountability.
But okay,
I don't.
does him getting you pregnant, was that him hurting you?
He get me pregnant and didn't want me to keep the baby. That's hurt. That hurts.
Was he like telling you he didn't want to have a baby?
You just
or,
heard
like,
the voice.
I did.
You heard exactly what he said. Go take a pill. He didn't even say, "Oh, come to Florida, come to Miami. I'm gonna go to the hospital with you." If you know, we broke up already. We can't keep the kid. Like, he can just say anything like that's nice. Like, all of a sudden he switched from somebody that's nice, charming, to somebody that's like, I'm just a stranger. Like, deal with yourself. Like, that's how I get it. That's how fuming I was.
Yeah, and he deserved to be punished for that, right?
Thanks for that. Yeah.
So I'm just.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he did, right? He deserved to be punished. He deserved for you to punish him for doing that horrible thing to you, right?
Well, I didn't expect that from you, but thank you.
Okay, but he
Well-
did, right? Didn't he?
He's asking you.
Did
Yeah,
he
didn't
what?
Didn't he deserve to? I mean, he deserved it, right?
He did.
Yeah. So I mean, he needed to be punished, didn't he?
Yes. Is he really punished? I don't know.
Yeah.
Because
And he still needs to be punished, doesn't he?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to like see him in jail or like?
Yes.
Whoa,
Okay.
come on. Jail?
Yes.
Straight to jail.
Yes.
Straight to jail
Yes.
So you think
for getting you for knocking you up.
For making me pregnant, for making other women pregnant, for giving other women STD while knowing he sleep with multiple
hold
women
on. Now
without
we're going-
protection.
Oh, don't. Okay,
fix
Maddie, go fix that, please. Oh, I think they might have it. Just double check. Sorry, guys. Welcome to the Whatever
Just
Podcast.
trying to calm down right now.
Production quality is fantastic. Wait, hold on. Don't. It's good. All right. Oh, that's what fell the Ziz thing. Okay. All right. So I am a little bit confused. So if you had so much conviction about keeping the child and being against abortion, the father being a perceived or actual scumbag who doesn't want involvement, and the ensuing drama, the public drama, it doesn't seem like enough pretext to go and get an abortion if it's against your religion, against your values. So I'm just a little confused
There's
there.
a lot of different reasons. One of the main reasons because I was like during the pregnancy, what I had to fight with all of them. I
But-
was like very stressed. You know, I was worried
Why
about
were you
my
stressed?
health. Why would I stress?
No, I'm not questioning that you were stressed, but why were you stressed? Because of the
Because they
The
were
drama.
putting the drama, the allegations on me, and especially he never like actually made any announcement. He was keeping his mouth shut while his partner was speaking for him. So I want you to just be a man up. Like, even if you made a mistake, just say, Daisy, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. That's okay. I take the apologize, even though it takes both to to get pregnancy. So like
Takes two to tango.
yeah, two. So like I would be okay. Like he just so stubborn. He wouldn't even
okay, but so
apologize to me.
wait, apologize for what?
For what?
Like
Well, I mean, he's a real son of a bitch, right? I mean, treating you like that. I mean, he kind of has it coming, right? Kind of has it coming.
Well, I didn't really know that because I just like personally, I just wanted to feel who this guy is. Like, I didn't know he's like this scumbag until he broke up with me. I searched him on Google. A lot of things came out. I'm like, wait, this can't be true. So
Yeah.
that's also
Okay.
why.
And when somebody treats you like that, I mean, they deserve to be punished by you, don't they?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So, a couple more questions. So, you said that would you say that the primary reason for you getting the abortion was because you were stressed out by this whole thing?
that's the main reason.
That's the
And
main reason.
There's another reason. As I told everybody, I was growing up in single family. My parents broke up when I was 10, and when I was in childhood, when I was in school, people always laughing about me, making fun about me without, like, I don't have a mother. You know, like, it's just like very tough for me. Like, my childhood very tough. Like, I don't want my kid to go through similar situation as me.
Okay. So, but you said the primary reason was because of the stress. Is that correct? The stress, that was the main reason from all the drama with Fresh and all that. That was the main reason you decided to get the abortion.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that you kind of brought some of this on yourself?
Yes.
Because truthfully, like, looking at all this retrospectively, had you kept all this private, had you not leaked the phone call, because I mean, they have grounds to have been upset with you for leaking a private phone call.
Yeah.
You could argue that that's a pretty big breach of trust, even though you guys had broken up. And I mean, look, maybe he wasn't moving in the best way when it comes to his relationship with you.
Yeah.
But I mean, leaking a private, well, it's not just leaking the phone call. I mean, you intentionally, there was like forethought. It was premeditated. You recorded the phone call with the intention of then releasing it.
Yeah.
So I mean, perhaps none of this stress would have been caused if you just tried to handle this privately. And you did take, in this conflict, in this war that you're now finding yourself in, you did kind of take the first shot, at least from how it looks.
Maybe, yeah.
I think whether it was leaked or not, he was still going to tell her to abort it, and that's still going to cause stress.
Yes.
But she says, I mean, and
I was already very stressed when he told me he didn't want the kid. Like,
Sure.
In the beginning, like, I gave him 4 days to think about it. Nothing happened. He
Sure.
never replied my message after all.
But I mean, just myself being involved with, being out there publicly doing a podcast, and I mean, it can be very stressful getting, I don't know if you've got any death threats. I've had death threats. I've had nasty messages. And then you have people lying about you. You have people saying nasty things about you.
A lot.
I don't suspect any of that would have occurred if this had been kept private. And so it just seems like
That's because
I'm
they
not
put
saying
allegations
Fresh
on
was
me.
perfect, but it does seem, in terms of making this whole thing public, they obviously responded to you. But you kind of, once you opened that door, you sort of opened Pandora's box, and kind of, well, okay, you went public. He's going to obviously respond publicly.